Good afternoon, gang. Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, guys, this is video number 3 ski for my off-the-side build of the Hobby Boss 1/48 scale F3H Demon, dubbed as the chair. Okay, guys, I've been on this thing off and on a little bit. It's ready for painting. It's ready for a little priming, a little painting. Now, the recessed lines on this kit is very, very fine. I was afraid to use regular primer on because I'm afraid all those fine panel lines will be obscured because of the thickness of the paint of the primer. So I decided to just go ahead and prime this thing one coat of gold, light gold gray, like the way it's supposed to, no pre-shading. And I'm going to go ahead and give one coat for a light primer of light gold gray, just kind of spray it a little bit and get on the plastic so the paint will stick to it real well. Now when that's done, go ahead and flip on the back and paint everything that's white, and to get things masked off on the white side of the line, and rest me finish off with gold gray. And pin washing will be the last method of the finish product. Okay, as to the kit in general, in view of the kit, it's a very wonderful kit. I think it has, I agree with one of the commenters. Quality is that of Hobby Boss, is almost that of Trumpeter. I agree. It's a very good kit, and no filler at all, except on the joining of the fuselage. On the joining of the fuselage, it's beautiful, but I saw a little bit of a ridge on it. Same thing on my A3D Skywarrior. So I don't like that little ridge coming up, although the fuselage was sanded evenly in top. But I like to add just a little filler, a smattering amount of filler. Not very much, just a little bit. You don't even need it, to tell you the truth, but I'm my own worst critic, so I decided to go ahead and put a little filler in there and get that hump out, so it's out. And no detail has been obstructed, so I'm very grateful for that. We'll take a look at the chair right here. Okay, guys, everybody's got this kit in your stash. You'll find the thing a very pleasing kit to build. It's one of its kind. I think it's about the only one of its type in the plastic form. There might be others out there which I don't know about. If there is, Frankie Day's all ears. Okay, as you can see, this thing is down to the plastic. You can see where the filler was added. The filler was added right along these lines right here, as you can see, right behind the cockpit and all through here, on top of the joining side, top and bottom as well too. The flaps come off, the ailerons come off, and all these parts come off and everything, you know, because they got to come off for painting white. This is going to be painted white on top on the rudder. All moving control surfaces on named aircraft are painted white. And also, like dive brakes, also the edges of wheel wells and such are painted with red. So this is a typical late 1950s up to early 1960 carrier-based jet of the aircraft at the time, subsonic jet. Demons are very short-lived. I think they lasted in service anywhere for 6 to 8 years, I believe. I remember when I was on the, up the Risky, I think Coral Sea, I think it was. I was on 2 carriers, Coral Sea. I believe it was the Coral Sea. By 1963, they're starting to phase these things off. There were training squadrons. Some were painted all white with red tail surfaces on them, like on the wingtips, on the red and area like that. Same thing he did on the Lexington. It was all white and red. And so they subsequently they just got rid of them off carriers, and they were actually the remainder of the service. They spent time on naval air stations. Now I was really surprised when I took a look at the box, the squadron of this kit. They give you 2 options. One is from an unknown naval air station. I don't know where that's from, but I do know that the air station this kit comes, that this thing is modeled in, comes from Point Mugu Naval Air Station, ballistics training center. A lot of you guys probably know about Point Mugu. It's right on the Coast Highway #1 in California. It was only about 15 miles away from my house. Well, I was living out there when I was back home in California. I lived on the beach out there, and just till I got out of the Navy and everything. And like I remember when I come home from leave, I see a bunch of these out there on the grinder out there, and they're ready to be phased off. Their successors, which everybody knows, was the great F4 Phantoms. You take a look at this, and you take a look at that. You can see the evolution, how the Phantom came to view when they designed this kit. And this thing had a bad rap in a way. We just entered the Cold War. By 1956, the Navy and the Air Force were spontaneously sparked by the innovation of jet carrier aircraft, and we have all the successful aircraft that stayed in the Navy for a long time. The A4D Skyhawk was one of them. That was the scooter. I can remember the Skyhawk was in service all the way up to the Navy. I can remember about at least 1981 or 82 they used them. Then the Hornets took care of them. They're their successors. And the Demon was a very underpowered airplane. It was fast, and it was very, very tail heavy. And that's why she had such an enormous tail skid in the back. But I guess McDonnell Douglas, they envisioned that the design of this airplane, the plane would be very tail heavy. That's why it had such a long nose wheel, and a large tail skid area. And the Demon was a can-do kind of an airplane, and there was still no military sorties at all during war, and they were phased up before Vietnam got underway. But eventually they were temporarily designed by McDonnell Douglas, so they got something better out there. Of course, they had better draftsmen in those days to come out there with better ideas. So one guy came out with a real cool idea. This is signed the F4 Phantom. Okay, you got two General Electric J57 motors in this damn thing instead of just one. The Demon was underpowered. It can carry drop tanks, Sparrowhawk missiles, Sidewinder missiles, and at the time it did its job. It was a Cold War naval carrier-based jet aircraft. And like a lot of the early designs, like the F7U Cutlass and the Skyray, they were very good designs, but they had their share of problems. So the Navy says, "Now we don't want no further problems with this. We got other stuff coming out, so we'll just use these as long as we can. We'll pull something out of the closet, and we'll get the Navy's approval, get a contract going, and we'll get these things on board carriers." So the Demon and the Cutlass, and also the Skyray, they were actually phased out of shipboard service, carrier service. By as late as 1963, and a lot of them were taken out because they had their share of problems and become a victim of their time. They were just actually impressed experimental aircraft. Okay, this is a good kit by Hobby Boss. Get one at your next hobby shop or online, wherever you get, and you can find that it's a very nice kit. It builds very, very well, and of course the flaps come off. And real nice jet. I had a little filler right there. This will be all natural metal back here. There's certain stages of this that I will leave off till after all the painting's on, because you remember I can put pin washers. And I got any things like undercarriage sticking up or any pods for your ordnance. They're getting busted during the process of preparing your finished product in pin washers. So all these parts are out of the way, so when I give the pin wash them and give it a good bath and everything, and do a little here and there, make it look nice, I don't have to worry about busting off the undercarriage and other parts. This is a very nice model, a little pricey, but you can get them pretty cheap, maybe $40, 30-something bucks on eBay and stuff like that. But your hobby dealer, like I say, you'll pay anywhere from 40 to 50, 60 bucks for it. And so it's a good model, the quality is excellent, the fit of parts is beautiful. I'm not kidding you guys, this thing is like jumping. It just goes together, no problem at all. But you got to watch the fuselage, because the light is very impressive, especially inspections of how the model has been sanded down. Because you take a model and that to look at different reflections of light, you can see imperfection. Like you see one right there, you turn it over to another view of light, and it's not there. So light is a very important thing to use for detecting imperfections that need to be sanded out or filled. Here's a tip right there, guys. Use natural light. Cockpit's kind of sparse. It's a few parts right there. I'm going to go ahead and mask those off. We'll come a little closer here on the. They give you some decals on here for your control panel. There's a glass gun sight right there. That's been put on last, but I'm going to cover this up here with tissue and go ahead and proceed on my priming and painting on this thing. I should have this thing done probably by it's Friday, by Monday. I should have this thing finished. And so I'm going to be hopping on the Whitley tonight. Whitley's ready for its paint schedule. There's a change of plans on the paint schedule on the Whitley, gentlemen. Instead of making it three-tone camouflage with satin black undersides and dark earth and dark green on top, I elected to make it the Night Bomber all black with a wash of white. So this will be a very interesting paint schedule. I'll probably be the first on the internet to have a black flying barn door. So I got two of those things. I should have two of those done next week. Well, these are out of the way. Frankie Day is getting down to business. I'm going to start getting the Vietnam Huey UH-16 124 scale. The inbox review and entry of the Vietnam group build, sponsored by Mike Malstrom and also Michael Booth. These two great gentlemen, these two great guys. I love these fellas. Thank you very much, dear friends, for inviting me into your wonderful, wonderful Vietnam group build right up old Frankie Day's alley. So I got the Huey Shaker next week going down. I'm going to take my time that bad boy. I'm going to start working on 101st RAF group build and use my Venom bomber. And prepare for the Coral Sea and Lexington group build going on. So Frankie Day's going to be a busy beaver for a while. So I should have these two done. I should have the F3H Demon, and I should have the Whitley all done by next week. Out of the way, boxed up, sit down below in the basement for eternity, and get hot on the Huey, get hot on the Venom bomber, and for the Lexington group build, I'll make my inbox video of that. But right now, I'm looking at the Vietnam going, and I got a lot more coming this way. The Portland's going to have to wait for a while. Like me, I'm like a shark in the water. I'm predictable. Either I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. And so I'm going to stick to my guns. I like building these group builds. And thank you very much, Michael, and all you great gentlemen out there for you, Steve, and for your wonderful Vietnam group build let me in. And I'm honored. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And Frankie Day's happy man. I'm very happy, guys. So I'm going to see the camera back here shortly to finish up this video here. So I guess that's pretty much what I'll be doing now, guys, after this video is all done. So keep you guys on your toes. Let's do old Frankie Day's up too. Check on Facebook, Mr. Matthew Hill. He's got a beautiful 109, and he's got that Matchbox Heinkel all done. And he did a very beautiful job in that Heinkel. That Heinkel sparkles. And that 109's nice too. Nice job, Mike, Matt. Very beautiful job, dear sir. And you got a lot of good builds going out there. Mr. Martin Lambert did a wonderful job on his Hawker Harrier. He's got a nice diorama that he's finishing up on. It's like a winter front. And he did a very, very superb job on that. I mean, it's biggest marvel at that, just looking at it all day long, especially all that snow he's got. It fills the bill. Keep warm, Martin, and don't work too hard, buddy. Got to have a little time for plastic. Too much work, you know, it gets you a little stressed out. Believe you me, buddy, we're too old to get stressed out. We got to take life nice and smooth and easy, and one day at a time, and make hay while the sun's shining, and build plastic day and night. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day. So get ready to get out of here right now, and I get this video loaded, and I got to start get the prepared for the Whitley, get her painted up. Let this dry a little bit, and I'll go ahead and start on this probably tomorrow, the paint schedule on that, and I'll post some pictures on Facebook on both these builds that are going on. So next week, like I said, guys, I'll get the Huey going. So a lot of you guys are really anxious about that and zealous about me getting this thing done. So I got the Vietnam group build of my Huey Monogram 124 scale chopper going. It's right over here next to me, and she knows she's going to be put together, and I'm just aching to get into it. And you're aching to watch it. Heck, I know I'm not making just a goddamn build video out of that thing. Incidentally, guys, before I close up out of here, I found a studio download. It's called Pinnacle Studio. What do you see here? Give me 5 seconds, guys. Studio Pinnacle Studio 18. It's these videos are. See this camera for 20 minutes, man. It's good for 20 minutes. That poof goes on to another frame. And pretty soon you got all these frames here. They all got to be edited into one video. That's the problem I've been having. So I got now is a good time for me to go back to school and learn technology the millennial way, is get all these things edited into one video. That way I can be able to add some builds and stuff and pictures and stuff like that. Make my pictures a little spicier than just talking and watching and everything. And I'm trying to get into that. And eventually I'll get there. And these models will get done too. Okay, that's the shaking right now. So I'm going to be on that for a while. So I'll learn how to get this stuff done. Now, one of these days, real soon, very soon, less than 30 days from now, I guarantee you, my videos will be a lot different. You're going to see different videos and different things I can add in there and stuff. All kinds of crazy stuff, you know. Anything to add a little distinctfulness, you know. And I'm distinctful enough and ancient at that. Okay, Frankie Day's out of here right now. I got things to do, places to go, and I got preparation of painting the Whitley over here. I've got her all masked off and all done. And I'd like to thank all my great commentators, all my great subscribers, all you great fellas out there for your comments on the Vietnam chopper. I haven't got back on there to comment back, so that's a little homework for me to do too on the side. So I got this video right here shaking for you guys. Keep it going. Okay, I'm out of here. This is the conclusion of video number 3 for the offside build of the Hobby Boss 148 scale F3H DEMON. And again, always make mama happy. Take care of your babies, your family, yourself. When you drive the car, stay focused, watch everybody, and you live 100 years. And bobble on, build strong, and get kick crazy. And it's like Stu says, get kick crazy. Makes perfect sense to me. Oh, talk about get kick crazy. I got to tell you guys right now. Right in front of my face, and I had to say kick crazy just to get this with you. Went down to Spinny's Hobby Shop yesterday. Check and see if they got that new Airfix B25 that came in. So Frankie hasn't came in yet. When it does, I'm going to save a couple for you. So I got a lot of people asking me for that kit. So I know. And he says, can you hold 2 of them for me? He says, no problem. So I have 2 for you. So he says, you're going to have 2 for me. So instead, I haven't built this in years. I never built one of these before. Last one I built was an old Revell out of box scale. Some mod scale by Revell. I got this old F102 Monogram 148 scale Delta Dagger. This is one of my favorite 1950 kits. Believe it or not, this is probably the longest and one of the first Air Force long-lasting jet aircraft that they used. This thing saw very limited service in Vietnam. I say by 1973 they pulled them out of there. They got them out of there. I mean, they used them a little before that too, but a lot of them were used as an Air Transfer to Air National Guard, and so they used them. And by 1972, 73, they're stuck in the United States Air Force, and what a big gorilla is a kit form and videos and pictures. So this is going to be a building down the road one day this year sometime. When I get all my builds all done, I got enough on my plate now to keep me going to snowfall next year. So I got that yesterday. I got that for 15 bucks. I think it lists for 25, 20, 25, something down there at the hobby shop. You let me at it for 15. He said it's been sitting on the rack a long time, Frank. I said, man, I didn't know it was sitting there. That's one of my favorite jets. I was thinking I'd go ahead and paint that, go ahead and do that bare metal foil, make a 1950 version. And I got a lot of 1950 reference pictures. I can make one out of that. But That's down the road. It could be Cold War aircraft group build. I could probably start up.